Hello everybody, it's Gary from the Schmidt House. I'm in the kitchen today. It's Friday. Gonna do a little cooking. So as I said before, if you're a regular watcher, you'll know that we don't eat red meat on Fridays unless we absolutely have to. It's something we sacrifice, we believe in. But anyway, on Fridays, get tired of kind of eating same old stuff: nachos, eggs, fried fish. There's a lot of things that you can eat, but uh, try to find some new stuff. And I was telling Andrew the other day, I remember, it's a memory I have when I was a little kid, probably close to 50 years ago now. I would go stay with my older sister sometimes in the summer, and I remember she would make something that was very, very simple. It was very good. For whatever reason, I just loved it. Haven't had it since. It, it was just rice, peas, and tuna. Didn't know exactly how she made it, so I reached out to her the other day and asked her if she remembered that, and she said, "Yeah, she did." And she said she just used uh, regular minute rice and cooked it in a pan. When it was done, she added peas and tuna with it, mixed it all together, and we'd eat that. And I remember I put ketchup on it, and I never liked peas, but I would eat this. And she said, yeah, that's the reason she came up with it, because nobody in her family would eat peas. But when she would make it like this, they all liked it. So it was a way to get people to eat peas. So anyway, she didn't give me exact instructions on how to make it, but pretty close. And I'm going to go ahead and try to make it here. And we're going to eat this tonight. Uh, Very simple recipe. And we'll do it here together, see how it turns out. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to heat up my pan a little bit. I want to get it warmed up. I'm going to put a little butter in the bottom. She didn't say how much. She just said she thought she put butter with it. It's been a long time since she's made it too, so I'm going to put a little butter in the pan. Let that melt. And we're going to put in 2 cups of this minute rice. And I've never in my life cooked minute rice, so 2 cups of dried minute rice is supposed to make 4 cups of cooked minute rice. So I hope my pan's big enough. It's a big pan. She said use a medium. And she didn't say how much rice, so she just do 1 cup of rice and 1 can of tuna and 1 can of peas. That just didn't seem like enough for me, so in my family, so I'm doing 2 cups of rice, 2 cans of tuna, and 1 can of peas. And also, she said put the juice from the peas with your rice. Now this rice, I believe, calls for 2 cups of water. Yeah, so 2 cups of water, so the juice from the peas is almost a cup. So I'm going to add the remainder with water, then put another cup, put it in the pan. When it gets to boiling, then we'll add the rice. And it says here to cook for 5 minutes. Then fluff. So we're going to cook it maybe a little less than 5 minutes. We'll add our tuna and the peas, so that can kind of cook with it and get all heated up and melded together. And we'll see how it's going to turn out. If it turns out like I remember it, it's going to be very good. But things change, people change, taste buds change. 1 cup of water with the 1 cup of water and juice from the peas, and another cup of water. I hope my pan should be plenty big. It's the biggest pan I've got, so that says to let that come to a boil before you add the rice. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and open the tuna. She did not say whether to drain it or not. But I think I'm going to drain it because there's a lot of water in this tuna. We'll just see what the rice looks like at that point. When the rice is done and this is ready to go in, we'll see what it looks like, and we may or may not drain it. We'll make that decision. There's stern believers that say you're never supposed to boil water in a cast iron skillet, but I do it all the time. Doesn't seem to hurt them any. And there's butter in there anyway, so that should act as some type of lubricant for it. It actually says to add the rice once it's boiling, stir it together and take it off the heat. Let it set for 5 minutes and it's supposed to just be done. Which that's kind of crazy to me. Because I would think by putting in the cold peas and tuna, everything's going to get cold again. But I guess Big Sister knows best. We'll see. I'm sure she's watching this. Or going to watch it. She says she watches them. So this is also another test to see if my sister's watching my channel or not. She never comments. So Debbie, if you watch this, you need to leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. You know, now that I think about it, I think I'm going to put the tuna, peas, and the rice and everything at the same time. You know, I don't know. I'm just torn with that. I'm afraid if I do that, the rice won't cook. It'll get too cold. We'll see. Okay, we're coming to a pretty good little simmer now. Stir it a little more. Make sure it continues. Take off the heat, turn the heat off. So what it says, take off the heat, cover it, wait 5 minutes. So we'll come back in 5 minutes, see what it looks like, and then we'll add our peas and tuna. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. See what this looks like. It's all a little bit of water in there still. Doesn't look like it's completely cooked, but we'll add our peas. One can of tuna. So there's still just a little water in there. I'm going to cover this up and just turn it back on just a little bit. We'll let that heat up again. Maybe let it set just a little longer. So we let that set a couple more minutes now. Stir it together a little more. Fluff the rice. Yeah, it looks a lot better now. Rice looks a lot more done. I feel like I should have maybe done a little more rice. If I did this again, I might do, maybe do the whole box of rice. Which there's probably maybe another cup in there. Maybe another 2 cups. Would have been twice as much, but we'll go ahead and give this a try here. Looks like. Well, I can't hold the camera and the spoon. Sorry, folks. Yeah, very good. Very familiar. Yeah, that's not bad at all. I remember eating it with ketchup. But, yeah, that works for me. Well, this is just a quick thrown together video. I wanted to do one because I hadn't had this in so long. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And you may want to try this sometime. It's really good. You could just really do 1 cup of rice, 1 can of peas, and 1 can of tuna just for 1 or 2 people. It would be a really fast, quick meal, and very cheap, very affordable meal. And if you're like me, don't eat meat on Fridays, it's perfect. It passes the test. So hope you enjoyed the video, and like always, hit the like button, subscribe. We appreciate it. God bless.